So welcome back to Heartwood Turning in the Stable Studio. Today's video is we're going to use a piece of Magnolia and we're going to try one of these split laced together vases. So I have a piece of Magnolia here which we'll quickly go to the overhead camera and we'll have a look at. There we go, there's the piece of Magnolia. It is 7.5 inches long and it's roughly about 4 3/4 inches across. At one end, about 5 inches to the other end. So the split goes almost right to the pith at the centre there. So what I'm doing is I'm going to off-centre the centre to about here. I'm going to use this as the foot, and I'm going to use this as the top. So it has a bit of a natural curve. So we're going to try and flare the top out, and then take the base in. We'll see how it goes. So first things first, let's get this mounted on the lathe. Somewhere about there. Bring up the tailstock. Let's just tighten that into place. Make sure everything's nicely tightened up. So we'll use the face shield today, just in case any of this thinks it's going to fly off. Stand out the way, and let's get the lathe feet turned away down. Switch the lathe on. Turn the speed up gradually. See how unbalanced this is. So that's 600 reds, almost 700 reds. We've got a bit of vibration there. So we'll back that off. Just about 700 is good. That gives me an idea where I'm going to go with this. So let's have a tool rest. And we'll use the big tool rest. And what we'll do now is we'll just kind of bring this down to a reasonable sort of round shape. Take this end off a little bit. And for that I'm going to use my 1/2 inch bowl gouge. Weapon of choice. Let's just start nibbling a little bit off here. So I've just noticed on this there's an important lesson here. You see that tool rest just moving slightly there? That's because it was the tool well anchored on the extremity of the tool rest. It just kicked it in just a tiny little bit, so I made sure that it was securely locked down and continued with the cut. Yeah, it's important when we're setting up that we make sure everything's locked down securely, and that kind of thing doesn't happen. That could have been a bit dangerous there. Yeah, but I wanted to leave that in just to let you see that it happens to us all. So don't feel bad if it happens to yourself, but try and make sure that you're secure before you start to cut. So with that little lesson in the bag, as it were, I'm going to show you the rest of this process at faster speed, and we'll come back to you when we're just about to start with the shape. So here's a little music in the meantime. I hope you enjoy.
Late night, flickering lights, loud crowds on the street as I walk by. There's a fight, sirens drive by, someone singing about the heartaches of her life.
That's just pretty much round, so I'm now starting to add a bit of shape to the form. I'm going to go for a kind of classical vase look. Yeah, as this piece of wood is in a spindle orientation, the kind of normal spindle rules apply by not cutting unsupported grain and cutting downhill. So you'll see sometimes at the bottom of just at the bottom of the cove there, you get to a place where you're actually cutting unsupported grain, so you need to come from the other side then.
I can hear a different song
So I've just slowed this back down to normal speed, guys, because this is an important part of the process, making sure you've got the correct tenon size for the jaws you're using. So that first little measure I did there was slightly undersized, so I'll just remove that and make a new tenon, just to make sure it's perfect. And there's nothing worse than having a tenon that's the wrong size. It can lead to the thing flying off the lathe. So time spent now making sure it's the correct size is time well spent.
Sound is changing across the river. I can hear a different song. Slow rain's falling as I'm walking home.
Time for sanding, guys, so we'll just quickly skip through this for you. I did sand from 120 grit right up to 240, and then I did my usual procedure of sanding seal, Yorkshire grit and Hampshire sheen on the outside, just to get that finished off.
Late night, flickering lights, loud crowds on the street as I walk by. There's a fight, sirens drive by, someone singing about the heartaches of her life. Outside a bar, a woman is waiting for her man to end his shift and take her home. I see a star slowly fading by a table where he's drinking all alone. I cross the river, the sound is changing. Across the river, I can hear a different song. Slow rain's falling.
As you can see, guys, we've started the hollowing process now. Started off by using a Forstner bit. It's a 40mm Forstner bit, just to give us a start for our hollowing tools. And I'm going to use a variety of hollowing tools in this process. That's the Simon Hope Mini Hollower to start with. And then I'll go on to the Simon Hope Pro Hollower, which is the larger version of the same tool. And I'll also use the Robert Sorby Steady Pro system to assist me as we get a bit deeper into this vase. I'll finish off the hollowing process with the Robert Sorby Sovereign hollowing system tool with the French curb high-speed steel cutter on it. Let's go back to the music and hope you enjoy.
from my list of to-dos. I didn't ask to be turned around, upside down, but here we are, and it's a good thing. You bring out the best in me. I don't know why or how. With you, I'm the girl that I want to be.
At this stage of the hollowing process, the walls are getting a little bit thinner now, so I'm going to give myself a bit of added protection by taping the outside of the vase. This is just to help secure the thing and make sure it's not going to fall apart on us if we do happen to get a little catch or something on the side, on the inside, as we continue the hollowing process.
Never knew I had inside. I do apologize for being rude, a bit thorny and crude when you were all smiles. It's just my default time management tool for getting rid of fools lining up. But we might have a good thing. You bring out the best in me. I don't know why or how.
Well, we're back to the sanding process again. So I'm going to do the inside of this with the 1-inch Simon Hope inertia sander, and I use 2-inch discs on it, and what I do is I cut little slits in the side so that it can fold itself over the edge, and it seems to work very well. So we just quickly sand this back up to 400, remove the masking tape, and then we're going to set up for drilling holes for the lace pattern.
More than I ever knew I had inside.
Oops, broken pencil lead. Must get out the quick sharpener. Big shout out to Ben for the sharpener on the fancy depth gauge. Thanks, Ben.
It just feels right somehow. To all my doors you have found the key. Got nowhere left to hide. You bring out the best in me, more than I ever knew. Said more than I ever knew.
Lisa, you're the one to blame for the fact that I can reach for the best of myself. It's all good when you show the way, yeah.
Now we're almost at the end, guys. We're just parting off with the Robert Sowerby fluted parting tool, which is a 2mm parting tool. It may look like I'm quite close to the chuck there, but I've got a little bit to spare. So we'll just quickly part this off and quickly sand up the bottom, and the job's done. Post a couple of little pictures at the end, a couple of stills for you to have a look at. Thanks very much for staying with me and watching. Do appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I put out regular content and I'll be happy to see some new subscribers. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.